Hello, Shivansh.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay. Have you now one term is there, interest on capital. You know that capital is the amount invested by the businessman in the business, right?
Ma'am.
Now, can you tell, do you know that why capital comes on the liability side?
Ma'am, because it is an obligation that the business has to pay to the owner.
Yes. Under which concept we study this, that capital or business has to pay to the owner?
Under which concept?
This is business entity concept. Because
Mhm.
I think you haven't done the concepts yet now.
No.
That is theory based. So business entity concept says that business and businessman are different persons. That's why we prepare accounts on the point of view of business only, right? So business and businessmen are different persons. So this is what this concept says. That's the reason that different persons, or you can say separate legal entities, right? So that's the reason that business is under obligation to pay back the businessman, because if they are not the different persons, if they are same, then business has no obligation to pay the businessman back whatever invest capital is invested by the business. So very true. Now this is business and this is businessman, right? They are different persons. Now businessman has given to business some amount as capital, and business is under obligation to pay to the businessman interest on this capital. That it's like a borrowed funds na, from the businessman. So interest on capital is paid by the business to the businessman on the capital invested by him. Fine. So for business, this interest on capital is an expense, right? And for businessman it is an income, because he is getting interest on capital. Now where expense and incomes are treated in case of accounting equation, what's the treatment of expenses and incomes?
Yes, ma'am.
Interest on capital is an expense for the business and it's an income for the businessman under accounting equation, where expenses and incomes are treated.
Yes, ma'am.
How they are treated?
Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, I didn't understand the question, ma'am.
Okay. We are doing interest on capital, right?
Yes.
मैंने आपको concept समझा दिया. Now you tell me what will be the treatment of interest on capital on accounting equation, because we are
Okay.
doing accounting equation na that.
Cap capital will be added,
Hmm.
and so will be assets.
How assets?
Ma'am, since assets is equal to capital plus liabilities, therefore, if capital is added, therefore even assets will be added.
No, this is not the reason. See, मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है कि it is an expense for the business and it is an income for the businessman. Now, where all expenses and incomes goes
Capital.
in capital only. So if you are adding in capital, it means you are treating it as income. If now for an expense, you have to deduct the same from the capital. So interest on capital is deducted and subtracted from the capital only.
Okay, ma'am.
Got it? The reason, the logic's clear, hai? Why we added and why we subtracted it, because it's an income as well as an expense.
Okay, ma'am.
Now the second is interest drawings. uh, what are drawings?
Okay, when a businessman uh, takes money out of the business for his personal use, it is called drawings.
Very good, very good. When he withdraw anything, not only cash, goods can be withdrawn, cash can be withdrawn from the business, that is called drawings. Now what is the treatment of drawings?
What is the reason? Okay.
Let us suppose if cash is withdrawn, let us first,
Cash is subtracted and so is capital subtracted.
right, cash is withdrawn. If cash is withdrawn, so cash will be reduced, you will reduce cash, and at the same time the capital will be reduced, right? And if goods are withdrawn,
Goods will be subtracted and so will capital will be subtracted.
yes, so goods will be subtracted and capital will be subtracted. Now for drawings we can say कि business and businessman, if we take business and businessman different entities, so it means कि business has given something to business. Okay, these are drawings.
Yes, ma'am.
Now because of these drawings the businessman has to pay some interest to the business, that is called interest on drawings. Now for the business, interest on drawings is income, and for
Okay.
the businessman it is expense. It's a loss for the businessman. Now what will be the treatment of interest on drawings? Again, because it is an income and an expense, so what will be its treatment?
Interest. Um, okay, so cash will be subtracted and capital will be added. No, capital
Again,
will not be subtracted.
capital will be subtracted. Why we subtract from capital? Because it's an expense. And
Yes,
for
ma'am.
income, what we do?
We add it in the capital only.
Only, yes. Again, for interest on capital and interest on drawings, the treatment will be just add in capital and subtract from capital, because there are no cash transactions in case of interest, क्योंकि वो business और businessman की deal है. We are not paying to the outsiders, so no cash is involved for the interest on drawings and interest on capital. Fine, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, so interest on capital and interest on drawings, they are treated same way, that is they are added in capital then they are deducted from a capital, and for drawings the treatment is this. So please note down these points, then we'll move to the other points.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wait, now let's move to the another points. And the next point is third point is loan, sorry, fourth point, loan taken from bank or any other person. So what will be its treatment in accounting equation? You have taken loan from either bank or any other person, what will be its treatment? It will be either added in cash और बैंक. अगर बैंक से लोन लिया है तो बैंक में ऐड हो जाएगा, अगर किसी पर्सन से लिया है तो यू कैन ऐड इन कैश. सो कैश एंड बैंक विल बी एडेड एंड लोन इज अ लाइबिलिटी, सो द लोन विल कम अंडर लाइबिलिटी, लाइबिलिटी में ऐड हो जाएगा. So your liability will be increased and your cash and bank will be increased. Next, if you are paying interest on loan, the loan you have taken loan, now you are paying interest on loan. So interest on loan paid, then what will be its treatment?
Yes, ma'am.
If interest is paid on loan, what will be its treatment?
Interest is paid on loan. The statement will be in interest paid
Hmm.
on loan.
What will be its treatment? Accounting equation में कहाँ पे आएगा ये?
First, cash will be minus, creditors will be minus,
No, when you pay interest,
loan
it,
paid.
it is an
Loan,
expense for you, na?
yes, ma'am.
So
So
expenses,
bank will be minus.
cash is deducted, cash or bank. You can deduct from anywhere. If you are paying bank loan, तो बैंक से minus कर देंगे. But
And
where,
capital.
yes, expenses always treated in capital. Remember this. If you pay any expense pay किया है तो capital से ही minus होगा वो expense, and incomes are also treated in capital only, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is, there is one term, outstanding expense. What is meant by outstanding expense? It means expenses but no
Expenses.
due but not yet paid. That is, the expense is incurred but अभी तक बिजनेस ने पे नहीं किया है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सैलरीज हैं, सैलरीज ड्यू हो चुकी हैं, द वर्कर्स काम करके चले गए हैं, वर्कर्स ने पूरा मंथ काम किया है, तो सैलरीज आउटस्टैंडिंग है, सैलरीज ड्यू हैं, बट अभी तक बिजनेस ने पे नहीं किए. It means these are called outstanding expenses. So outstanding expenses are those expenses, outstanding expenses are those when which are due, that is you already received the services against those but you haven't paid the expenses yet. These are called outstanding expenses, right? Now you are liable to pay them in future. So what will be its treatment?
Okay, so creditors will be added.
So liability will be increased, right? You will create a new liability in the name of outstanding expense. New liability will be created, and because you already received uh, services against those expenses, so it means your capital will be reduced because it's an expense for you,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So outstanding expenses means you are liable to pay it, so the liability will be increased with the new name outstanding expense and your capital will be reduced. The another term is prepaid expenses. What is meant by this? Prepaid means you have already paid the expense in advance. So expenses paid in advance, you have paid it in advance but no services are given to you as of now. That is, the person to whom these expenses are paid, they are liable to pay, give you the services in future, right? So what will be its treatment? Prepaid expenses, because you have to receive some services in future against those expenses, so it is will be an asset for you. So the asset will be increased, asset will be added by the new name of prepaid expense. एक नई asset create हो जाएगी, and because these are already paid, then the cash will be reduced because you already paid it in cash, so your cash will be reduced and a new asset in the name of prepaid expense, मतलब प्रीपेड रेंट हो सकता है, प्रीपेड सैलरी हो सकती है, वट एवर एक्सपेंस इज दिस, तो a new asset in the name of prepaid expense is created. Clear है? What is meant by outstanding expense and prepaid expense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next is accrued income. Accrued income. Accrued income means the income due. You have earned some income due but not yet received, but अभी तक आपने उस income के against कुछ receive नहीं किया है. That is, you have provided the services, but you have not received anything in return yet, right? That is
Yes.
called income due but not yet received. Now you will obviously receive this income in future, because you have already provided the services, so it means that you will receive that income in future. So that will be your asset. So your asset will be increased in the new name. One more asset is added, accrued income के नाम से एक asset add हो जाएगी, and because you haven't received it तो cash में तो आएगा ही नहीं, but you have earned it, आपने earn कर लिया इसको, तो that will be added in capital.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, one more is there, then you write down those points. Ninth में लिख रही हूँ, income received in advance, that is called pre-received income.
Income received in advance.
Pre-received income, also known as unexpired income. Right, pre-received income or unexpired income. What it means, that income received in advance, अभी आपको services देनी है but you have received the income in advance and you are liable to pay the services in future, right?
Unexpired income.
Unexpired income or pre-received income. So this is the income which is received in advance, and you have to provide the services against that income in future. So this is your liability, because आपको अभी services provide करनी है. So liability will be increased in new name, that is advance pre-received income or advance income. किसी भी नाम से आप जो है वो लिख सकते हो. You can write the advance income also. So your liability will be increased, and because you have received it in cash, your cash will be also increased. So liability and cash will be increased because of pre-received income.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, so these are the points, note them down.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am.
हाँ जी बेटा, ओके. Now book खोलो, back questions. See, I think it's question number 9th or 10th in your book.
Yes, ma'am.
uh, Commenced business with cash 60,000. The question is, prove that the accounting equation is satisfied in all the following transactions of Suresh. Also prepare a balance sheet.
10th question.
10th or 9th होगा, maybe अगर new edition might be somewhat different question numbers. See,
Ma'am, you're talking about 10th question.
10th, okay, Suresh wala, right? First is commenced business with cash.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, सो इसमें ये क्वेश्चन मैं करवाऊंगी क्योंकि इसमें कुछ आउटस्टैंडिंग वाला कंसेप्ट है और एक बैलेंस शीट बनानी है हमने. तो बैलेंस शीट का फॉर्मेट भी मैं अभी आपको साथ में ही करवा दूंगी, ठीक है? तो लेट्स डू दैट क्वेश्चन. यू कैन ऑल्सो डू साइड बाय साइड. आई एम ऑल्सो मेकिंग द फॉर्मेट, तो आप भी बना लो.
Yes, ma'am.
एंड इट शुड बी वेरी नीट एंड क्लीन. अकाउंट्स में जो फॉर्मेटिंग है वो बहुत मेसअप नहीं होनी चाहिए. अगर आप एसेट्स का कॉलम ब्रॉड बनाते हो तो दैट इज वेरी कन्वीनियंट, क्योंकि एसेट्स ज़्यादा होती हैं, राइट? नाउ सीरियल नंबर, particulars, assets, your liabilities plus capital, and you will write on the top accounting equation. Now the first transaction is commenced business with cash. Now what will be the effect? So we'll write first transaction, commenced business with cash. So your cash is created and your capital is created. So 60,000 will be added in cash and 60,000 will be added in capital. This is your first transaction. Now, second is paid rent in advance. Now, Shivansh, you tell me what will be its treatment. Paid
Paid.
rent in advance.
Okay, so debtors will be plus 2000, cash will be minus 2000.
Okay, no doubt cash is reduced by 2000, but debtors नहीं आएगा. Debtors सिर्फ goods के साथ related होते हैं. Debtors are always related, the term debtors is related with the goods sold on credit. Now this is advance rent we have paid, so the new asset will be created as prepaid rent. Right, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll create a new asset, rent, a prepaid rent, and this is our first transaction. So new equation will be 58,000 plus 2,000, and here it is 60,000. Now third is purchased goods for cash and credit. Purchased goods for cash 30,000 and credit 20,000. हाँ जी बताओ बेटा इसका ट्रीटमेंट.
Okay, purchase goods for cash 30,000 and credit 20,000. Okay. So
Take your time,
cash,
think of it. Yes.
cash will be minus 30,000. Credit will be plus 20,000.
Right.
And stock will be plus 50,000.
Yes, and a new asset stock will be created with 50,000. Very good. So let's balance this again. 28,000 plus 2,000 plus 50,000. Here 20,000 plus 60,000. Now the fourth transaction is sold goods for cash 30,000 costing 20,000. Sold goods for cash costing 20,000, costing 30,000. Sorry, sold goods for cash 30,000, costing 20,000. हाँ जी बताओ इसका ट्रीटमेंट.
Okay, so cash will be plus 30,000.
Right.
And stock will be minus 20,000.
Right.
And capital will be plus 10,000.
Right. So your new equation will be 58,000 plus 2,000 plus 30,000. Here 20,000 plus 70,000. And the fifth one is paid salary 500 and outstanding salary 100. Paid salary 500 and outstanding salary is 100. Now इनको आप अलग अलग भी ट्रीट कर सकते हो, रेदर अलग अलग ही करना पड़ेगा. हाँ जी बताओ पहले पेड सैलरी का ट्रीटमेंट.
Okay, so 500 will be minus from cash. and also from capital.
Right. And what about 100? It's outstanding salary.
Uh, that will be um,
Outstanding means you have to pay in future, so it is a
creditor
liability. Yes, तो
liability.
liability में हम एक तो आपका creditors थे, right?
Yes,
और एक आपकी outstanding salary add हो गई. So a new liability will be added, and secondly deducted from capital, because it's an expense for you, so it will be deducted from capital.
yes, ma'am.
So the new equation will be 57,500 plus 2,000 plus 30,000 and 20,000 plus 100 plus 69,400. And the last is bought motorcycle for personal use 5,000. मोटरसाइकिल फॉर पर्सनल यूज. हाँ जी, बताओ इसका.
Okay, since this is not a business transaction, therefore
राइट.
we won't record it.
नो. पर्सनल यूज इज ड्राइंग्स.
Ma'am, but it is not mentioned if he has taken from his personal account or from business.
Yes, it is fine, but if it's not given, then we will assume that the cash, he has taken cash from the business for buying this motorcycle.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? Now tell me.
So cash will be minus 500 and capital will also be minus 500.
Yes. If nothing is mentioned, we assumption लेंगे that the cash is withdrawn for the business from the business. So the effect is your new cash balance is 52,500. Prepaid rent is 2,000 and your stock is 30,000. And here 20,000 is creditors, 100 is outstanding salary,
Yes, ma'am.
and 64,400 is your capital, right? And you will see that total will be same. It is 84,500 and it is also, yes, 84,500. So our accounting equation balance, right? अब इससे
Yes,
हम
ma'am.
लोग बनाएंगे balance sheet. We will prepare balance sheet after making accounting equation.
Can I copy this?
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
Balance sheet is prepared at the end of financial year. Now, before moving to this balance sheet, there is one concept related to this. See, we have discussed this dual aspect concept, then business entity, and one concept that is related with balance sheet is accounting period concept. Accounting period concept, and one more is going concern concept. So first of all, what is accounting period concept? See, when we start the business, whenever a businessman starts a business, he never thinks that he will end up the business after 1 year or 2 year or 3 years, right? He assumes that the business will go for an unending life, for an infinite period of life. This is called going concern concept. One more concept, going concern concept, that is the business is assumed to go for an infinite period of time. Whenever we start a business, we assume that it will have indefinite life, it will go for an infinite period of
Right.
life. That is going concern, that is it will go on, right? now, but the businessman is interested in knowing the results. ये तो नहीं हो सकता ना कि बिजनेसमैन ये सोचे कि जब बिजनेस मेरा खत्म होगा, चाहे वो 10 साल के बाद हो, 20 साल के बाद हो या चलता रहे, मैं तभी कैलकुलेट करूंगा व्हाट इज माय फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन, या व्हाट आर माय प्रॉफिट्स और व्हाट आर माय लॉसेस. नो, रेदर जैसे आपका जो स्कूलिंग है, जहाँ फिर आगे कॉलेज है, जहाँ आपकी जो स्टडीज हैं, दैट आर डिवाइडेड इन अकाउंटिंग पीरियड्स, दैट इज फर्स्ट क्लास, सेकंड क्लास, थर्ड क्लास, सेशंस में डिवाइड किए जाते हैं. Similarly, the life of the business is divided into periods, into accounting periods of 12 months. जैसे आपका एक सेशन होता है 1 अप्रैल से 31 मार्च तक, सिमिलरली बिजनेस का भी जो बिजनेस की लाइफ है वो भी काउंटिंग पीरियड्स में डिवाइड की जाती है 1 अप्रैल से 31 मार्च तक, और यू कैन से 1 जैन से 31 दिसंबर. तो इट डिपेंड्स फ्रॉम बिजनेस टू बिजनेस कि वो अपना लाइफ पीरियड जो साइकिल है वो कैसे डिवाइड करते हैं. This is called accounting period concept. Now, because of these concept, at the end of every financial year, the businessman, he has to prepare financial statements after the end of every financial year. That is, अगर उसका financial year 31 मार्च को end हो रहा है तो वो 31 मार्च को prepare करेगा. अगर वो 31 दिसंबर को end हो रहा है तो 31 दिसंबर को he has to prepare the financial statements. और ये फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स में he also prepares balance sheet also to know the financial position. And one more statement is there, that is called trading and profit and loss account. That is a complete full-fledged topic. Trading and profit and loss account, this is also prepared. So these are the two financial statements which are prepared at the end of each accounting period. This statement gives us information about the profits and losses of the business. That is, profit earn किया है business ने या जो है loss earn किया है. So basically, this trading and profit and loss account, it gives us information about the financial profitability, about the profitability of the business. That is the business going on in profits or losses? And the balance sheet, it tells us about the financial position of the business, that is assets and liabilities. So the accounting period concept is dividing the economic life, dividing the business life into different cycles, and each cycle is of 12 months. At the end of 12 months, the businessman has to prepare these two statements to know about the profitability and financial position of the business. Right? Clear? So these are the two concepts, accounting period concept and going concern concept. Now we have discussed 4 concepts. Go through these concepts. And theory base of accounting में आपका बहुत important है ये concept theory के लिए, very important. The concepts are very important, तो प्लीज thoroughly इसको पढ़ो, और अगर इन चारों concept में कोई doubt है तो you can ask me in the next class, right बेटा?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what's the format of business balance sheet?
The format of a balance sheet.
Yes, now हम balance sheet बनाएंगे ना, जो back question हमने किया है, मैं उसकी balance sheet आपको बना के दे रही हूँ.
Assets will be at one side and liabilities and capital will be at one side.
Yes.
The sum of all the assets should be equal to the sum of liabilities and capital.
Yes. So see, this is the format. That is the last question which we have did. Balance sheet of Suresh. Right? This side, the left hand side is known as liability side, and the right hand side is known as asset side. And here we will write amount. Now, आपने जो अभी क्वेश्चन किया है सुरेश वाला, उसमें कौन सी एसेट्स थी हमारे पास एट द एंड, द लास्ट जो हमारी इक्वेशन थी उसके अंदर कौन कौन से एसेट्स थे? कैश,
stock.
कैश, प्रीपेड रेंट एंड स्टॉक. So whatever assets are left at the end of the accounting equation, हमें वो assets लिखने हैं. What are the amounts? Cash कितना था?
57,000.
or rent
3,000.
and stock?
30,000.
It is at the end? I don't think so. The last accounting equation, was it
Yes, ma'am,
this?
just let me check. Yes, ma'am, it's 30,000.
It is 52,500. The cash is 52,500.
Cash is,
52,500.
must have made some mistake.
52,500.
89,000. Ma'am, my assets is coming up to be liabilities plus capital.
Yes. And by taking which figure? Cash figure?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the cash figure?
Ma'am, my cash is 57,000. Prepaid rent is 2,000 and stock is 30,000.
And what about liabilities? Liabilities के अंदर creditors थे.
Creditors is coming 20,000. Outstanding salary is 100 and capital is 68,900.
But मेरे पास तो बेटा capital C question कुछ और आ रहा है.
I must have written some figure wrong.
This is the last na 64,400 or there is some calculation error. I don't think so.
I think so. Instead of 5,000, I have written 500.
Okay. Right. So that will be 52,500 and 64,400. And that sum will come up at the end. आप दोनों को sum करोगे, it will be 84,500. So balance sheet, because accounting equation पे based है, तो your balance sheet will be always equal. So
Yes,
you can see that just by looking at the balance sheet, you have the idea that you have cash itna, you have stock itna, you have creditors to pay itne, और आपकी capital balance itna है. So this is how we prepare balance sheet,
yes, ma'am.
right? Okay, note down कर लो. Then I'll give you some questions.